Welcome to the Umpire Podcast. I'm your host, Drew D. Alberto, from Miami Beach Golf Course today, where I just had the pleasure of participating in the Girl Power Rocks annual brunch and spring tournament. To my right, I've got Thema Campbell, who is the founder and CEO. And to my left, I've got Aisha Mannings, who is the vice chair of the board of directors. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
No, thank you for having us up here. We had a really fun day, and I hit more best balls than Curfton, my producer, so I won, which is very important for me to add. But, Thema, why don't we start with you? We did this last year. I appreciate you inviting us back down. And, had a blast last year doing the podcast with you. This year we ramped it up and I got to participate in the tournament as well. So why don't you give us the kind of rundown. I know Dawn Smith from Gold Crown Golf Services does all your planning. I work with her on some of the aspects of it, which I have the pleasure of doing. So give us your, how did this golf tournament get started? Why does it keep going so well? Give us the rundown.
Thank you, Drew. So, Thema Campbell here, founder, CEO of Girl Power Rocks. And this golf tournament is part of a weekend of events that Girl Power celebrate every year in the month of October. And so we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We provide safe spaces and evidence-based programs and services for at-promise girls ages 7 to 17. And so this golf tournament is part of a fundraising weekend where we raise money for our charity. And so we always did a brunch, and we always had a party, we always had other things, but we never had a golf tournament until I think about 3 years ago. We live in Miami, we have some of the best golf courses in the world, and we have a lot of people here that love to play golf. So it was like a natural transition for us to transition and add the golf tournament to the brunch and swing weekend. So it was just a brunch, and now it's a whole weekend of events.
And then we had the brunch about 6 weeks ago because the hurricanes blew through and delayed this tournament.
Yes.
But that was actually a blessing because I said to my team afterwards, I wish that we get this good weather at any golf tournament we play at. It was cloudy, but there was not a drop of the 4-letter R word that we don't like to say on golf courses because, we don't curse on this podcast, and the R word is number one.
Okay.
So, but Aisha, why don't you tell us a little bit about the brunch? Because I haven't been to a brunch yet, so.
Well, our brunch has gotten bigger and better, and Brunch and Swing is a great weekend. This is our 3rd year of doing it. The brunch has now been moved to Coral Gables Country Club because we just have high demand, and it's a way of featuring our signature event. We feature our wonderful Girls Choir of Miami. They sing every year. These girls are coming from different backgrounds. Some of them were shy, were afraid to even talk in front of people, and now they're singing and they're performing at our brunch. They're performing at the Perez Museum, the Marlins Stadium for baseball games. Like, they do it up big, and we have a great choir director. And the brunch is a way for us to celebrate girl power and all the services that we do. And then it expanded when we had our board chair, Miss Stephanie Jones, who couldn't be here today due to a conflict, a scheduling conflict, but she thought about a golf tournament, and it has been very successful. She has been able to give us sponsors and sponsorship like Convey, Health Solutions, Sequential, WePro, and we are attracting a different demographic. We're attracting people that love to golf. We're attracting more men. We're attracting more corporate sponsors, and it's just been a great partnership and a great event. And now it's Brunch and Swing with a day party, the signature brunch with our girls choir, and we always feature a major singer. This year we had Lisa Richards, who is renowned in this area, and she's backed up singers like Julio Iglesias. I mean, she was big. And we ended with our golf tournament, which has been amazing, and Dawn does a great job of organizing it.
Dawn's the best. We love her. So I got to tell you, the young woman who sang the national anthem had an amazing singing voice. I mean, we were commenting. I heard other golfers comment. She was phenomenal. She's
so huge. That was Miss Sierra, and Miss Sierra, she's a former student of Girl Power.
Okay, and now she's working for the organization.
And now she works with the organization. She went away to college. She just graduated college this past March, and she's been working for the organization with our girls choir, as a matter of fact. And so she's one of those girls that was a student, graduated from college, and she came back to.
I want to hear her sing it at a Florida Panthers hockey game or something. I mean, she was outstanding.
Well,
real.
when you come to our brunch because she's also sang at our brunch.
Okay.
Right? So you will hear her when you're attending our brunch. But she's
Curfton's
awesome
putting it on his
lady.
calendar. I see him putting it on his calendar right now for next year.
It's
so.
October of 2025. As
All right.
a matter of fact,
Okay.
that's part of our 25-year anniversary. So
Well, tell us about that. I mean, 25 years is a long time to do anything. And I mean, you started this thing.
I started this.
And you told the story last year, but I want you to tell it again because I loved the story last year.
I love hearing
And
your
then we're
story.
going to get into Mama Hattie's house after that. So,
this organization, we started out because there was not a lot of services for girls, and especially the demographics that we serve. These are girls that a lot of us call hard to serve. They need a lot of services, but sometimes they're just not open to receiving the services. So it takes a certain kind of person to make them or to get them to see that they need to open up to receive these services so we can help them become successful.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what we do. That is our gift at Girl Power.
when you say these services, what kind of services are we talking?
The services that we provide is, first of all, we provide safe spaces.
Okay.
And what a safe space looks like is a girl who is coming into a space where she's safe from bullying, she's safe from being judged, we're not putting her down, and no one in the space is doing that to anybody. So this is a safe space for girls to talk about their issues in a space where there's other girls who may be facing some of the similar issues, and having that coach, that therapist, that counselor, that person in the room who understands that and who sees that and can offer them some assistance at their level, to give them some tools, to give them some strategies to help them navigate the circumstances that they are currently involved in.
Okay.
Whether it's abuse, whether it's abandonment, whether it's school failure, just giving them in a space where they feel comfortable, where they will open up, and you're giving them these strategies and these tools to use so that they can become successful in life.
Okay.
Because that's when you lose girls. That's when we lose our kids, when they're going through things and there's no one there who understands them and who can offer them the tools and the strategies. It's a lot to talk about a problem, but when you give people some strategies that is just for them, for this population of girls, that's how you bring about their success and you raise their level of self-esteem. And so that's what these spaces are.
Okay.
And if I could just add to that, some of the services are the after-school programs. They're located at several middle schools. The Alternative to Suspension program, partnering with Miami-Dade County, giving these girls that would, be in the juvenile system, but giving them that alternative of coaching, like Thema said, and counseling, and putting them on the right path. The Girls Choir of Miami, the STEAM camp that we do every summer. I mean, these girls are phenomenal. One summer, they learned how to build their own websites. They learned about e-commerce. There's so many different programs. The college tour that is taking place every spring break for the girls who are college bound, and the Sister Circle mentoring program, which have, and I'm one of the mentors, we have young ladies that are mentored by women like me, and Lashana, who is doing a phenomenal job running the mentoring program. It's phenomenal. So Girl Power is out there servicing these girls and serving our communities. And of course, I mentioned the Girls Choir of Miami. Beautiful program. These girls are performing all over. So Thema's brainchild has grown into this beautiful program, an array of programs serving what we call at-promise girls, not at-risk, but at-promise girls.
So Aisha, I know that it can be challenging to be on a board because despite the fact that everybody has the same goal, a lot of of times people have different ideas of how to get to that goal.
Right.
So how is your board overall? Like, how many people do you have on it? How hard and difficult is it for you and your vice chair to work with them? And like, what's your biggest success?
So I'm the vice chair. Our chairman is Stephanie Jones. She's done a wonderful job, a phenomenal job at getting corporate sponsorship. She's a chief operating officer of Campbell Health Solutions, and so she was able to leverage her relationships with people in the corporate scene and bring them on to become sponsors. And we've seen our board grow. We have about 8 members now, and we are going to expand. But we've seen our board of directors grow. Our give or get has become more. We have more experienced board members. I've been on the board for about 8 years, and we have people in different areas. I have a CPA finance background. I'm a senior manager at Royal Caribbean Group, and so I come with marketing, sales, and revenue strategy. We have people that have government experience. We have people that come from, great backgrounds, and our goal is how can we support Thema's mission. Our goal is how can we support Girl Power Services, how can we raise money with the capital campaign that Thema is going to talk about, Mama Hattie's House. We have a huge undertaking for building this new space that will house girls aging out of foster care and will be the new headquarters for Girl Power Rocks. And so I've seen this nonprofit grow from a small budget with a lot of government funding to a bigger budget and working with private donors and corporate sponsorships. So the sky's the limit, and it's going to go phenomenal. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it.
And speaking of Miss Thema's vision here, you told me about Mama Hattie's house last year, and it seemed like it was kind of at a sticking point almost, where you're like, I know we're kind of getting to that next step, and it sounds like a short year later. Give us the update.
So give us the update. So last year when I spoke with you, Drew, I believe, so the capital, it's a $25 million capital campaign to build this facility for girls who are aging out of foster care. Homes for about 20 to 40 girls who are aging out of foster care. Space for our programs and services, and a permanent home for Girl Power, because we've been displaced a couple of times. We're in Miami-Dade County, and space is very critical and very crucial, and the prices are just astronomical. So last year when we spoke, I believe we had raised about $7 or $8 million. Well, this year at brunch and swing, at our brunch, right? One of our sponsors, the Overtown Parkway CRA, came forward and pledged an additional $5 million.
That's a
so
big,
we are
congratulations.
$5 million more closer to our capital campaign.
About halfway there.
Yes.
A little more,
over
maybe.
Halfway there.
Over halfway
yes,
there.
So we are chipping away at it, and we're cultivating our donors and just looking for more corporate sponsors and more donors.
Absolutely.
So if anybody is out there and you want to support a good cause and you want to invest in girls, Girl Power Rocks and Mama Hattie's House is a great place for you to invest. We invite people to come to our facility where we are right now in Overtown and visit us and visit the girls and visit our staff and just look at what we're doing right now.
And once you do build this thing, and it's obviously years out because construction takes a long time, but once you build this thing, how many girls will you be able to house at the facility?
We'll be able to house about 40 girls who will live in the facility.
In the facility, okay.
About 40 girls will live there, and then another 200 to 300 girls annually who just come to our programs and services, be a part of the mentoring program, singing in the choir, or part of the Girl Power Rocks after school program, the summer STEAM and workforce training camp, the Girls Intervention Program Plus, which is another one of our signature programs, because this is a program for girls who are first-time misdemeanor offenders. And so this is a very important program because girls make mistakes, people make mistakes, and they need to have a pathway to success.
Okay.
And so that's what this program is all about. It's about taking girls that have made a mistake and giving them a pathway to success so they don't repeat that mistake.
Well, I know you're going to smile when I ask the next question, because you told me about Mama Hattie's house, and why it's called that last year.
Yeah.
So if you would share that with us again,
I will
please,
share.
because we have a bigger audience than we did a year ago.
Thank you,
so we
Drew.
want more people to hear it.
I'm just very happy to share that Mama Hattie was my grandmother, and I grew up in her home in Georgia, in rural Georgia, and this was my happy place. This is where I wanted to be. This is where everybody wanted to be. I didn't come from an abusive home, and that's one of the things that made me want to do this house, because I thought that every kid had what I had when I grew up, and that was a loving, nurturing place to call home. And that's where we grew up, in Mama Hattie's house. There was always food on the table. She cooked 3 meals a day. She was the best cook that we ever had. She was a very strong disciplinarian, but Mama Hattie could make any ache and ill go away. She had herbs in her backyard. She was like, to me, she was a healer, and she was this person that I would call my hero. If I could call her anything, I would say she was my hero. And so we all wanted to live there. We all wanted to be there. And as I would meet girls, Drew, who were going through these situations, I said one day, the words left my mouth, I wish we had a Mama Hattie's house.
Amen. Amen. And you're going to get there. I know
we're
you
going to
will.
get there. God's willing, we're going to build this facility in the next 2 years. Right around in the next 2 years.
I love it. So Aisha, what have I not asked that I should have?
I think you asked everything. I mean,
Well, tell us something about Thema that we don't know. Because I know you're close if you're on the board, if you're vice chairing the board.
she's very modest, and her origin story is amazing. I think one of the things that I like about Thema and that I learned from is that she doesn't care who you are. Thema is who she is. She's the same everywhere. Whether she is talking to the mayor of Miami-Dade County, who supports Girl Power, by the way, and has earned the Girl Power Rocks Award, or whether she is talking to a mentee or girl from one of our programs. Thema is genuine, and who she is who she is, no matter what. She always puts forth Girl Power first. There's no ego involved. It's just about servicing the girls and getting what she needs for the program. And so I've always admired her. I've been in meetings where she's talking to real estate developers, and she's very genuine, and that's rare, especially in Miami-Dade. Let me just say that.
There's a lot of fakies here.
That is rare.
A lot of
and
fakies
she's a
here.
gem, and that's why she's leveraged the relationships she's had, and that she has. She has relationships for 25 years, and people respect her. They know when they talk to Thema, they're going to get the real deal. She's very genuine, and so it makes a board member like me want to work harder.
Okay. And what about the same question for Aisha? Because I know you're tight, so go ahead.
One of the things that I love about Aisha is her ability to draw people in, her smile, and the way she speaks so clearly and so plainly about girl power. It's like when she talks about it, you can live it based on how she talks about it.
Now you open up a can of worms.
Now when she talks about it, you are like there. You're living. You're having the experience, and that's what I love about her.
Now we're gonna put her on the spot.
Okay.
Give us the elevator pitch. 45 seconds or less. Girl Power Rocks. Go.
Okay, well, Girl Power Rocks is a 501c3 nonprofit celebrating 25 years as of next year, founded by our CEO, founder Thema Campbell. We service at-promise girls, adolescent girls ages 11 to 17 with various programs in Miami-Dade County, primarily with after-school programs, STEAM camps, college tours, a girls choir of Miami, a mentoring program, our intervention program for girls who have had their first misdemeanor, and our programs are expanding. Our reach is expanding, and we have a capital campaign coming up for our new facility, Mama Hattie's house, located in the heart of Overtown, that will service girls aging out of foster care. The work is phenomenal, and we are expanding. We're doing great work.
That was clear, concise, and efficient. Very nice, Aisha.
Right. I impressed myself.
So let me ask you this question: do you play golf?
I am a horrible golf player. I am horrible at golf. But
Did you play today?
I did not play. I've taken the golf clinic that Dawn has had.
Okay.
But I'm here to host and serve.
Okay.
So that's my role.
What about you, Thema? You play golf?
I do not play golf, but I told Miss Kathy today, at this golf tournament next year, I'm playing because I'm taking my golf lessons starting in January.
Awesome.
I love it. Are you
Awesome.
playing too, Kathy?
I'm taking golf lessons.
I am a golf player, but I haven't played in this yet.
So next year you're playing with Thema then.
I drive the golf
We'll be on
cart.
the
I
team.
We're
so,
gonna recruit Aisha too.
you know, it's funny because before you said that, I was gonna challenge the three of you to play in the golf tournament.
We're gonna
next
play in the
year.
golf
I'll play
tournament.
for fun.
I just told Miss Kathy, I said, we're not coming here next year to ride around in the golf cart, to go to the liquor stations and drink liquor and have nice mimosas. Because that's what we did. We had a lot of fun. I went to every hole. I met all the golfers, and that was a lot of fun. But next year, I want to be a pro.
It's almost as much fun meeting all the golfers
Yeah.
as it is
really.
the
I
a
love
lot of fun
meeting
to
them.
meet all the
I love
golfers.
talking to people. So we drive around the cart and we make sure everyone is good and we meet people and talk to them and watch them play. So I'm good with that.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we say
Beautiful.
thank you for
we
serving
take
Girl Power.
photos to put on our social media.
Right.
And they do the same thing. So it was a great
Awesome.
time. But next year,
All
I
right.
do want to play.
Well, you heard we got it on video, so now you gotta play.
And it's tough competition. We give out awards.
Give out
We
awards.
give out awards.
And a great swag bag too.
Exactly,
Not that
yes.
Winners Award Group did the swag bag, except we did the swag bag.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
well, ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
I don't want to, assume, but I hope to be back here again next year.
Yes, you have
and
to
do
come
this
back.
again. All right,
Absolutely.
perfect.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
From Thema and oh my gosh, I almost said Alicia instead of Aisha, which you told me
All
not to
good,
do.
all
From
good.
Thema and Aisha, I'm Drew from Miami Beach Golf Course. Go to girlpowerrocks.com and support the cause.
.org.
What she said.
Girlpowerrocks.org.
What they say. We'll see you guys next week on the On Par
Thank you.
podcast.
Thank you, Drew. I appreciate
My
you.
pleasure.